Hi, I'm Dave Mattson, CEO of Sandler. Today I'm joined with a longtime franchisee, Chip Doyle, who has recently retired. You
Yeah.
mentioned early on that you were at the golf course with somebody that had 1,200 employees. You're like, I didn't want to do that. I think Sandler, and I'd love your perspective, is unlike any other franchise. If you bought, let's just say, a hamburger franchise, you got to burn that hamburger for 2.5 minutes. The alarms go off. You got to flip it back over and then burn the other side for 2.5 minutes. And you have to follow a very prescriptive model or they kick you out.
Right.
That's really not what Sandler is. There's a lot of different models out there. You have some flexibility, although we guide you in each one of them. The decision of how you attack it based on your personal goals, your vision of what you are. Some love coaching, some love sales training. Can you talk a little bit about that flexibility and what it means?
Yeah. So, and this is also part of, I think, a big part of my financial success from being a Sandler trainer. Number one, I've always been more concerned with that the client learns the selling system. I know that sounds very basic and fundamental, but there are some sales training companies out there that just want to deliver content and they don't really care if the person learns anything or not, as long as they get paid. And for me, ethically, that just doesn't work for me. And I believe that that's made me more profitable because when clients learn this stuff, they remember you forever. And even if they don't need any more training, they send you more of their people and they refer you. So, a big part of my model is what do I need to do to make sure that the person can learn this stuff? Now, I found out from personal experience that I could not learn all of Sandler by just listening to the audio tapes, I'm dating myself now, but I used to have stacks of audio tapes.
Yeah, me too.
And that I needed a coach. And my coach, I've had a couple of them from Sandler. They've all been, well, more than a couple. They've all been great. Some of them weren't even officially my coaches. They just would help me. And then, of course, the Sandler Network was always super helpful. You need a real person talking to you and teaching you how to, and having a dialogue with you. It's not just something like, mathematics where you can study it and learn how to do equations. You really need that interaction. So my business model has been a lot like this call where I'm doing a lot of, in fact, I ended up doing a lot of Zoom calls with people all over the country at various time zones. I used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, be in front of this computer at 7 a.m. and crank until about 5 p.m. every day. And it was very profitable. But the key is that there's got to be that interaction. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody here, but if you don't have that interaction with the coach, it's just really tough for people to learn. Sandler, again, I told you I got lucky. It's much more comprehensive and much deeper and much more life-changing than anything I've ever would have dreamt in a million years. And I needed to learn a lot of the Sandler lessons myself. So I actually grew as a person in order to, be a better trainer for my clients.
Well, I think what you've said it's interesting because our mission is to provide world-class content, tools, training, consulting to any revenue-generating, customer-facing individual in any organization, which gives you total flexibility. You may be with a business owner today, and you could be teaching negotiating tomorrow if you choose, if that's part of your business model. I know you did a lot of coaching as well.
Yeah, you get to pick what you like, and I like working with technical people. I like I liked training companies that sold things that were really complicated and expensive. That's why you can see my little Sandler book in the background. That's why I wrote that book, because construction sales is very complicated and it's expensive as all get out. And I didn't want to do any retail. I mean, there's been some Sandler people who have been successful in other industries, but I was able to pick what I liked working with and what I was most passionate about.
So Chip, I really appreciate it. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I've told you that many times. And so if you want to be like Chip, who controls their own destiny, controls their own lifestyle, why don't you give us a call at 410-559-2033 or email us at franchising@sandler.com. I look forward to the opportunity to helping make sure that this is your last career stop.